Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am done with the BookTubeAthon readathon because I started a couple days early. Since today I literally only have this maybe hour here, and then I'm gonna go do a staycation with a friend for her birthday, and I won't have any time to read today and not a lot tomorrow. So I started last Saturday, and so last night was my final, that was my 7th day for the reading challenges. So I completed all of the reading challenges, and I completed my TBR, and then I read more because I made it really super easy on myself, as you could see from my TBR. So I got through all of that pretty quickly and decided to just keep reading and see how much I could finish. I read a total of 2,062 pages. So I'm pretty proud of myself because that's way more pages than I would ever normally read in a week, just doing leisurely reading. I pretty much was reading every spare second I had. I was also listening to an audiobook on overdrive on my way to work, on my way from work. I work like 5 to 10 minutes from my place, so normally I just listen to the radio, but I was cramming it in as much as I could. So what I read from my TBR, I did read Black Beauty, completed that, awesome. I still really like this story. It's super simple. It's a very simple narrative voice. It's the horse, and just being like this pleasant, naive, sweet little horse, whatever. Totally kids story and everything, but I enjoyed it. Then all of the saga volumes that are currently out, there's 7 of them. These are not in order right now, but I did read all of those, really enjoyed it. I think I gave them all like a 4 out of 5 stars. Really awesome world building, great artwork. I really enjoy the characters. I was expecting something really bad or something to happen in volume 7 because I kept seeing people talking about that and how it wrecked them and everything. I must be heartless because it didn't wreck me. I didn't tear up. I wasn't affected by what happened in it. It was a bummer. I think maybe because I had hyped it up in my head and I was expecting something different to happen that would have been worse and affected me more, and that didn't happen. So I was kind of like, oh, this is what happened? Okay, well that's sad, but it's not what I thought. So that completed my TBR, and those books completed all 7 challenges. That was 7 books. The hyped book was Saga, book with person on the front, all of them, all of the Saga volumes. Book you bought because of the cover was Black Beauty. Book that features a main character, I think it was, or a character that isn't like you. Saga for sure. I mean, Black Beauty too. I'm not a horse, in case anybody wasn't aware. And then all the Saga volumes took care of that too. Read 7, but what other challenges were there? Oh, read a book entirely outside. I read one of the Saga volumes entirely outside. Read a book in a day. I mean, I read 2 or 3 of those a day. So that was that. And then I also did continue reading other books, and I read another one in a day as well. 2 more, actually. One of which being, oh, this isn't the right one. I read Down Among the Sticks and Bones. Not Every Heart a Doorway. I had read Every Heart a Doorway right before I started the readathon. But I did complete Down Among the Sticks and Bones within a day, so cool. And then I also picked up Monstrous Volume 1, and I completed this in a day as well. So yeah, I really, really liked this a lot. I'll probably do a separate thing about kind of Saga and this. Here it is. I'll do a video, kind of a book chat about this book and Every Heart a Doorway. I was less than enthused. I know. It's sad. I also read Akata Witch. I read this in a day and a half or maybe 2 days. I can't remember. Really enjoyed this. Super fun. I see the Harry Potter. I read one review that said it was a Harry Potter-esque type thing, but it's in Nigeria. The main character is albino. She's an albino Nigerian. who actually was born in the United States and grew up there for part of her life. And then she goes back, and then she discovers these powers, magical abilities, etc., and this whole magical world. And it's very much like Harry Potter, as far as like how Harry Potter has like the wizards and witches and then muggles. And in this book, they have leopard people, which are the people with magical abilities, and then they have lambs, which are just like normal people. So like muggles in Harry Potter. I'll do a separate video about this too. And then I had started this on Overdrive, the audiobook, like at the beginning of the month. And I listened to part of it on my way to Vegas, which was like 4 or 5 hours. And I was gonna listen to the rest of it on the way back, but then I unexpectedly had someone ride along with me, so I didn't listen to it. And then I kind of was listening to it here and there, just while I was like at home doing stuff. And I was 50% of the way through it when I started the readathon. So, I mean, this thing is huge. So 50% of the way through was still like 300 some pages. So I was like, I'm gonna read it, see if I can finish it. I mean, that's like a book. That's like its own book as far as like the page count. And I finished it. I read 312 pages of this. So cool. This is my first ever experience doing any kind of readathon. Obviously my first experience then with BookTubeAthon, since I've only been on BookTube for like a month and a half. I really enjoyed it. I had fun. I definitely failed with the Instagram challenges and the video challenges. I did the first 2. And then I just knew I wasn't going to win anything. And I mean, yeah, I still could have participated, but I was trying to just read as much as I could. And I was like, why waste my time like putting together this video challenge or trying to put together this cool Instagram photo when I know I'm not gonna win? Because like I was seeing everybody else's submissions, and on Instagram they were announcing the winner every day too, so I could see what types of photos were winning. And I mean, these are from people who've been like on Bookstagram for a while, who have like professional quality photos. Some of them had like special effects in the photos where it looked like things were like floating in the air or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna win at all. And the same thing with the video challenges. I don't know who's won those yet, of course, but I was looking at everybody's submissions, and some of them are so creative and put together so well. And again, they have better quality videos than mine. And I was just like, no. And so I didn't want to do that. But then I also just didn't want to participate in a couple of the video challenges because I'm like a scaredy cat, like acting in front of people. I'm just like, nah, not going to do it. It would just be the absolute cringiest, worst. Like, no, I'm not putting that on the internet. And the cosplay one, I realize I don't do well under pressure, like being forced to be creative like right now. My brain just blanks out because I was like, I'm sure I could think of a character. I don't have like costumey type clothes really at all, but I was like, I'm sure I could think of a character that I could make something out of the clothes I do have. But I went blank. My mind went totally blank. So I just kind of gave up on those. Maybe next time I'll have an actual camera, or I'll be more into it. I don't know. I still really enjoyed BookTubeAthon. I'm so glad I participated, and I'm really excited to see who did win and see everybody's video challenge submissions that end up winning those. That'll be really cool to see. Thank you, as always, for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments below how many books you read, books you completed, pages you read, challenges, reading challenges you completed, what have you. Really excited to see how everybody did. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.